What is going on, guys? It's Justin from the J Media, back with another video. So today we'll be shooting a video on this car back here. This is my 2008 Honda Civic Si. So this video has been a little bit overdue, but I want to do a full walk around of this car. So I haven't driven the car in about a week or so. So perfect opportunity to take it out for a little drive, snap some photos, and do a little walk around. Sounds a startup. Sounds pretty good. Nice and deep exhaust. I'll talk about all that later, but it does have a full 3-inch full race exhaust on it. I'll talk about all the mods that's been done to this car later. Right now I'm just gonna let it warm up for a little bit and then drive to the shoot location. Alright, and we also brought along my camera here to snap some photos. I'm using my Nikon D5300 to snap photos of it. So yeah, if you guys want to see photos, they'll be up on my Instagram page. Make sure to follow me there. But right now, we're just gonna go to this little location that's not too far away. You know, talk about the car, do a full walk around, because I know some of you guys are new to the channel. I picked up this Honda Civic Si pretty much bone stock about a year ago. I think it was June 2020. So this was kind of like the COVID build during the lockdown and all that stuff. It has came quite a long way since I bought it. So yeah, I'll be talking about everything that's been done on the car and, you know, doing a walk around. I know some of you guys might have questions, so I'm pretty excited to show you guys around the SI and snap some photos of it as well. Alright, so I just got to this location here after a short little drive. But again, here is my 2008 Honda Civic Si. Let me do a full walk around of it, and then I'll talk about everything that's been done on the car. I think this pretty much sums up phase 1 of the build. I'm pretty happy with where she sits right now, how it looks and everything. Yeah, like I said, in 1 year it's came quite a long way from pretty much looking stock. I know some of you guys who have been following my YouTube channel for a while might have saw this build come out of nowhere. So yeah, without further ado, let's just jump straight into the mods and what's been done to it. So this car wasn't really a car that I wanted to purchase. It wasn't a car that I wanted to get. It just so happened to fall into my hands. So the owner of Long's Automotive, Long, which I actually work there right now, back then my turbo Mitsubishi Lancer build was being built there at the shop, and one day this car was being sold. It was one of Long's cars and it was being sold to someone. I saw it at the shop and I was like, man, that's pretty clean. So straight away I asked him for a price. You know, I kind of negotiated on the price a little bit, and very next day I just brought cash, bought the car off him. So that's how it happened. So the 2008, this is the 8th gen Honda Civic Si. So the 8th gen was from 2007 to 2011. Is one of the most popular platforms for Honda Civics. Well, 6th gen is super popular, and then you have your 8th gen, and now it's the 10th gen. But yeah, 8th gen is a really popular platform. Let's start with some of the stuff in general about this car. So Honda Civic Si, you guys might be wondering, especially if you're not from the US, what does SI stand for? So there's your normal Honda Civic. There's like the LX model, the DX, the EX. We do not have the Type R for the 8th gen in the US. I think only Japan, Malaysia, Singapore, a couple countries have the Type R of the 8th gen. In the US, the highest trim that you can get for a sports model is the SI. So what differentiates it is the SI only comes in a manual transmission. This one comes with the 6-speed manual transmission. Has the K20Z3 motor, which puts out from the factory around 200 horsepower. A high revving redline engine, so revs out to about 8200 RPM. So all around fun sporty car from Honda. They come in the sedan as well as the coupe. This is the 2-door coupe. So yeah, let's talk about the mods now. Alright, so starting over here on the front end. So let's talk about the headlights first. So these headlights are aftermarket headlights. This is one of the few things that when I first bought the car it already came with, and I absolutely love how it looks, so I never switched it out. These are, let's switch on, these are Spec D headlights, and you can see right here LEDs. That's a daytime running light. Looks really cool. Again, the Spec D headlights. And then it also came with this HFP front lip. So if you guys are wondering, this is an aftermarket HFP front lip. HFP stands for Honda Factory Performance. Some of you guys might not be familiar with the brand, but I'm sure a lot of you guys know what Mugen is. So HFP is kind of like Mugen, just not as rare. But since the 8 Gen discontinued, HFP parts are getting harder to source because they're discontinued as well. So this is a HFP front lip. That also came with the car when I got it, so super awesome. Came with the red Honda badging already. And the fog lights, actually I switched out the bulbs to some Bosla LED. And then down here we have the fog lights. So I did switch out the bulbs to LEDs. We have last fit LED bulbs. What's cool is they can switch from yellow to white pretty much just with a click. So right now it's white, and I can easily just go in here, switch it around, switch it. So right now you see the bright white, and I switch it again just by switching it off, switching it on. The yellow, I like the yellow more JDM. So yeah, pretty cool. Beside the fog lights, like I said, the aftermarket headlights are already LED. Came with the LED bulbs already, LED headlight bulbs. You guys might be wondering about the hood. So I was really inspired by the JDM Type R. So like I said, we did not have it here in the US, and the JDM Type R is a 4-door sedan. It's not a coupe, but I'm trying to make my version of it. These kind of resemble like the JDM Mugen RR hood, and when I just got it, it was kind of like a budget build. I didn't really want to, you know, go ahead and spend too much money buying a hood. They did make like I think VIS Racing as well as Saibon made a hood kind of like that, or in carbon fiber. It was about $1,000. So I didn't want to spend too much on it back then. So what I did was, about these vents, they say they're universal, but they really fit the Civic hood well. And these were off eBay, maybe like 50 bucks, pretty cheap. And what I did was I cut into the hood, I did my measurements, lines up, and sits flush. I think it looks pretty aggressive. I do have a full video of doing that DIY, so if you guys want to check it out, you know, click back on older videos. I do have all my DIY videos on the channel. Alright, so let's move on to the side. So side view here. First up, one of the first few things I did was put on these window visors. I believe these are Mugen style window visors. Give it a little more JDM aggressive look. And then can't forget the wheels. These are my dream wheels, Volk Racing T37s. So if you can see here, they are, I guess you can say, a little weaker offset. They are in black and red. These are the OG T37s, so higher offset but still TEs. Got these for a pretty good deal. And what I did was, they came with the blue stickers. I switched them out to red just to match the whole theme of the car. Black, red, and white. I also found some raised lug nuts. I think these are Duramax lug nuts, and put them on. Raised valve SAM cap. So yeah, wheels and tires, Pirelli P0 tires. And with that, if you peek over here, I also switched out my brakes. So these are StopTech drill and slotted rotors, and I also switched up to StopTech brakes. So yeah, new brakes all around, front and rear. And then more on the side. So I said I have the HFP front lip. That's the only HFP part it came with. I also meant to source HFP side skirts. So these are again rare and discontinued. I drove like 10 hours almost to the Louisiana border to pick those up. So by discontinued, what that means is you cannot buy it from Honda. There's just nowhere that sells it, so there's no link to buy it. You just have to buy it from someone who either has them used or yeah, pretty much. I think eBay sells like replica ones, but you know, even the replica ones are like 400 bucks with side skirts and a rear lip, so pretty expensive. So I was like, let me just find the OEM stuff. So straight from Honda, made in Japan. But yeah, that's the side skirt, a little aggressive look to it. Little accent here on the side as well. These are Mugen door guards. These are actually, I think, meant for the 10th gen. Like I see some 10 gen Type R guys have them, but they fit. So real Mugen stuff. Let's see what else here. On the side, that's about it. And then moving to the rear, also pretty aggressive. So first things first, on the bottom here, this is the HFP rear lip. So yeah, so pretty much got the HFP rear lip, HFP side skirts, HFP front lip. So full HFP body kit all around. And the rear lip is really aggressive. It pretty much takes up about half of the rear bumper. This whole section right here. This part is white, this part is painted black. A little while back I got into an accident. Somebody rear-ended me. So super rare part and it sucks, but I managed to get it all fixed. Big thank you to Long at Long's Automotive for, you know, taking care of it, fixing it, and looking like brand new again. Over here, I also replaced the little Honda badge to a red one to match the front. My license plate frame, I also switched out to a Mugen one here. So, a little nice touch, you know. And you guys might be wondering about the wing setup. So, like I said, when I first got the car, the only thing that was somewhat modified was the front with the aftermarket headlights and front lip. Everything else is stock wheels, you know, stock everything. On the side and rear look not as aggressive, and I wanted this car to look aggressive all around. It only came with the EX duckbill. Unfortunately, the previous owner threw away the OEM Civic Si wing. It's a low-rise wing. So I've always wanted a wing setup, and this is, I guess you can say, a somewhat big wing setup, but not super big. So I like it. If you guys are wondering, it is full carbon fiber. And again, I was trying to go with the whole, you know, JDM theme, kind of like the JDM Type R. So this is actually, well, this is made by Saibon. That's why it's in full carbon fiber. And the style of the wing, it is the Mugen GT wing. So yeah, pretty cool. I think it looks good. It's actually meant for a 4-door sedan, but like I said, I made it fit on the coupe. It fits. And then my tail lights, you guys might be wondering. These are OEM tail lights, but they look a little bit different. So I wanted to be cheap. So instead of buying full aftermarket tail lights, I found, I think it's called Graphics Expression. On his website, he had like a little vinyl film you could buy to make it look like an LED tail light. But yeah, there it is. Switch out the LED bulbs. I think it looks good. Here's another view, another angle of it. I think all around the car used to look kind of bubbly and round. It still does, but I think with all these accents, the body kits, the wing, all that stuff, it looks better. One more thing I want to talk about is suspension. So car is lowered, it is not on stock height. So suspension was actually on the car already when I bought it. So it does have Tokiko struts and Ibach Sportsline springs. Alright, so now let's step into the interior. So interior, I changed out quite a few stuff as well. Let's check it out. So this rear Honda badge was already on the car. Stock steering wheel, just replaced the badge. One of the first few stuff that I actually found was these pretty rare HFP floor mats. So again, HFP, Honda Factory Performance, the same brand that my lip and side skirts and rear lip is. Here is the passenger one as well. Have it all around, even the rears, and they come red, which is really cool. And it says Honda Factory Performance. Give you guys an idea how expensive these things are, and I don't think anybody make replica ones. If you find a set of HFP floor mats for the 8th gen, I've seen them go as much as $400, which is insane for some floor mats. I didn't pay anywhere as expensive for that, but still they are rare because they're discontinued. Right now I still have these stock Honda Civic Si seats. Pretty nice bolstering for stock seats. Like I said, these seats from the SI are different than the EX seats. I also replaced an aftermarket stereo here. This is a double din, has Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, Google Maps, all that good stuff. So definitely make my interior look more modern. And I can connect to Bluetooth, which is awesome. Switch out the shift knob as well. So this is a spoon shift knob. Big shout out to one of my subscribers. He actually sent it to me. Thank you, Joe. Spoon shift knob, super cool. Let's see, I have a wide angle mirror. Also have a dash cam installed. Now all three of my cars have dash cams after the accidents. I also did a video of the install if you guys want to check that out. Yeah, LEDs, I replaced all the LEDs, all the bulbs to LEDs when I first got the car. So I think more or less that covers the interior. Oh, something random, but also JDM air freshener. I got this, it's like a squash smell. Some of you guys might recognize this JDM air freshener. A lot of car shows have it. I think I got it online. And here's a closer look at the gauge cluster. It's kind of hard to see since it's bright, but the red line is all the way here, about 8200 RPM, so revs pretty high. Let's go ahead and pop the hood too and show you guys what's under the hood. So right now, the way she sits is full bolt-ons and tune. Yeah, let's show you guys what we have under the hood. Alright, and here she is. So, like I said, we have the K20 motor here. They came stock. We do have the intake manifold. Apparently there's a pretty, I guess, nice intake manifold that a lot of people like. We have an InGen cold air, well I should say more like an InGen short ram intake that came on the car. Kind of hard to see, but underneath the intake manifold we also have headers. So we do have Skunk 2 alpha headers, and then for the exhaust setup we have a full 3-inch full race exhaust. When I first bought it, it had the Skunk 2 3-inch exhaust, but with the Skunk 2 headers it was way too loud for my liking, so I got to switch out to the full race exhaust. And full race 3-inch exhaust, even though it's catless, full race exhaust with the Skunk 2 headers, I think it sounds amazing. Not too loud for daily driving. Yeah, just all in all, I think it sounds great. Switch out small little stuff in the engine bay. Mugen oil cap, Mugen radiator cap, just small little stuff. Yeah, and then it does also have Skunk 2 cams inside as well as a tune. So I haven't officially got a dyno, but a lot of my friends who have cars around the same power numbers, even friends with an S2000, told me this car should be making anywhere from 230 to 250 wheel horsepower. That's his guess. So again, the intake, full exhaust, headers, cams, and the tune, right around that horsepower number. Okay, so that pretty much sums up everything that's been done on the car. You guys might be wondering, so what's next for the Civic Si? Do I have any more plans for it? So, to be honest, actually, outside I'm pretty much done. I really like how it looks, how aggressive. I was really thinking of doing some stuff to the interior. If I ever were to switch out stuff, I might switch out the seats, even though the stock SI seats are nice. I might switch out the steering wheel too. I do have quick release steering wheel, so I might put that in. I was actually looking at some either Recaro seats or some of the FKA Type R seats to go in here because they are red. I think those will look pretty cool. What do you guys think? And then the engine bay as well. In the power department for NA, I think she's pretty good. I think 230 to 250, I'm more than happy. Not the fastest thing in the world, but pretty quick up there. Revs high. But the engine bay doesn't look too nice. So maybe a nice wire tuck, maybe some nice dress up bits, maybe repaint the valve cover. But you know, just small little dress up stuff for the engine bay. Again, this is not my show build, so I just want it to look clean. From the outside, I think it's pretty clean, looks pretty good. But you know, constantly want all my cars to look good. And I was also debating on switching out the wheels. So I'll probably keep these T37s since they are my dream wheels. I know fitment looks pretty good. So let's see. Here's a rear shot. Looks pretty good. But I do rub on the rear right here. So I might switch out wheels. I might throw on the raised Gremlite wheels I have on my RSX. They fit perfectly fine on the 8 Gen platform as well. Apparently the RSX and 8 Gen Civics share the same like wheel fitment. So whether it's wheel size or tire size, they should fit just good. But yeah, I think that's what I have planned for this car. Eventually, like I said, I was thinking about selling the RSX, and when I do sell it, this car will take over daily driving duties. So yeah, pretty excited. Like I say, it's all around a fun car. It's a great car. It has been reliable to me. I've owned it for about a year now, and yeah, I just love this car. Just don't drive it as much, but yeah, also pretty low miles. So when I got it, I think it was like 73,000 miles, and right now I think I hit about 78,000 miles. So I haven't driven it all that much this past year, but yeah, great car. So if I have any 8th gen Civic owners out there who love the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up. If you guys are a fan of this Honda Civic Si build, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I am stoked. This is one of the cars that I like to drive. Really different. I'll probably do a separate video comparing this car to my Turbo Lancer. Both just really different cars, but it's just hard to beat something that revs high, and high revving NA, you know, just sounds good, feels good. And I know Civics get a lot of bad rep for like ricers and stuff, but I love this Civic. I think it sounds good, drives good. All in all, really nice, I guess, well put together car. Yeah. So again, if you guys are new to the channel, leave a thumbs up, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and catch you guys in the next one.